Welcome again. It's been a while. I miss you guys so much. I was away to London for a few days. It was a great time there. I had a couple of events going on. I had a couple of meetings as well, and it was quite successful. So guys, I hope you didn't miss much for the past weeks. Because until the moment now, you already know the trading strategies on how to look at the charts, predict the prices, and create opportunities as well for yourself. My name is Edgar Rafendani. For those who don't know me, I'm a Tanzanian. I live in United Kingdom, and now it's 5:55 p.m. It's 26th of May 2018. Kwa wale msionijua, karibuni sana. Mimi ni Mtanzania, naongea Kiswahili vizuri sana. So nitakuwa najaribu kuongea Kiswanglish so mkanielewa, sababu trading kwa Kiswahili kuelezea ni ngumu sana. So please catch up. If you have any questions, just drop them on comment in Swahili, in English, the way you want it. And here we go. So just to remind you guys, this is a trading educational purposes. Trading it's not any signal providing service, not yet. That's coming soon, but it's not trading signal providing service. So we're just looking for the opportunities and how we can take advantage of that for the coming week. So without any further ado, I just wanted to crack on with the key economic themes. Number one is NFP. This coming week we're going to expect NFP stronger data. We're expecting 194,000 NFP new jobs from 164 from the past month, from the past NFP news. That's one of the key things, and almost 90% of the traders out there, they tend to trade this market, to trade this news, and everyone has their own strategy. So I have my own strategy, which is I don't trade as soon the news comes out. I just trade on the second bar. When I say the second bar is, for instance, you see this bar, for instance, it was a positive news and it kicked up. So when the rally keeps on going, on the next bar, we're going to expect a continuation because of that momentum created from the previous bar. That's my trading strategy. So yeah, that's it, guys. Every trader has their own strategy. That's mine. That's how I make my money. I don't know about you guys, but just get something that works for you. All right. Secondly, we're moving on. First of all, I just want to say that there's not much this week going on so far. So apart from NFP, we have FTSE 100. The good news about FTSE 100 is it hit the record high and outpace all other indices from Deutsch, not Deutsch, from the German index to US S&P 500, NASDAQ indices. This why, guys? This is an obvious why. The obvious reasons are because of the higher oil prices. We saw a drastic increase in oil prices for the past month of the Brent crude oil. So it overweighted heavily the support, so it created this as big surge in value in most of energy and commodity companies, due to this favorable price in oil at the moment. Secondly, there's a massive drop in GBP, and one of the things I'm going to highlight in my technical analysis as well. So that creates good environment for businesses. The sterling is now cheap. More exports at the moment for the UK. So that gives FTSE 100 companies much better business competitive advantages. So yeah, that's what we see. So what what do you expect for the coming weeks? We expect there's a likely correction coming soon, as the outperformance does not look sustainable enough for this index. And FTSE is not a stranger to massive correction we've seen for the past month compared to other indices. Compared to S&P, if correction happens, it happens very minute compared to on the whole index compared to the FTSE. We see 10%, 20% drop, correction, stuff like that. And lastly but not least is the Turkish Lira. Guys, that's what I was telling guys, keep updating yourself with the news. There are certain opportunities out there, you won't see them because we do focus a lot on currencies, especially these big top 5 currencies. We tend to forget other pairs. So if you traded the USD and Turkish Lira for the last week, guy, you should have made tons of return. Why? Because the Turkish Lira, among other emerging markets, is facing a lot of pressure from the rebound of US dollar. If you look here, guys, for US dollar from the past 2 weeks, it has regained since March, not much since this dip. What's this? For the past 2 weeks, it has gained a massive appreciation. We are talking more. Here. If I look at this, we're talking more than 100% from its previous drop here, 93.89. So clearly, this is it takes a toll on certain emerging markets. One of them is China. The rest is not China. Sorry. Most of weak emerging markets such as Brazil, Argentina, Venezuela, and also Turkish Lira, which are others which are massively pegged to the US dollar, others which depend a lot on debt. For instance, Turkey. So they have to pay their debt in terms of US dollar, and the US dollar has gained a lot of value, so the debt becomes more painful to pay back. Now this has led to some quite predictable outcome in Turkey. One of them is there's a political intervention by Mr. Erdogan. As always, he is a very controversial president I know in this planet. Apart from Kim Jong-un, he's one of the most controversial guys. What he has done, he has intervened the central bank of Turkey and in trying to impose monetary policies. So what do we know from the past? This is economics 101. When this kind of interventions happen, we expect stuff like hyperinflation to happen in the country, due to no independence of central bank to work and function. So when the president comes in and starts making monetary policies, it kind of fucks up things a little bit. Plus, we have seen one of the first and a common way of overcoming this issue of hyperinflation coming in Turkey, where the central bank has tried to raise the interest rate to control the surge, but the market did not buy into that, as it's just an act of desperation. So the market is unfavorable for central. I mean, that's what they have to do, but the market already expected that. They feel like that is just a desperation move. Doesn't add value in short term, but in long term, definitely is going to add value. So expect to see the effect of that interest rate hike in the next 2 coming weeks. So to wrap up on economic themes, that is Turkish Lira, FTSE 100. and NFP news. So yeah, keep up on those, guys. So let's jump into technical analysis. Firstly, we're going to look at GBP JPY. Why? Because GBP the sterling still facing a lot of under pressure. So this if you look here at the supporting line, there's so many indicators here giving us a clear buying opportunity. For instance, RSI is being oversold, plus this supporting line is being reached by this pair. So if you look at the candlesticks here, they're quite droppy and touch. They have kissed this significant line. So expecting a pullback. However, I won't go for the buy, because I remember, guys, the price action is the king. And if you look at the past three or even to 6 candles, there's a massive sell volume and sell momentum. So we do see a sign of more sellers on this pair. So if you remember last few weeks, that this pair broke this the supporting line, and which is also a major uptrend line on the weekly chart. So there's a sign of weaknesses on this pair. So my verdict on this one is I'm just gonna look at it. If it's going to break this significant line here, I'm gonna short it. Because the trend supports the ideology behind it. So now guys, if you want to follow me on the trading view, you can clearly show it clearly shows my signals, but I don't want to put them as signals in such. It's just something that I think the market, what's gonna happen in the market in the coming week. So I'm gonna say sell. This is a price action. What else? Yeah, price action and more sellers. And what else? What do you see there? Price action, more sellers. Yeah. So I'm gonna show this, guys. Also, you can even follow me on my Twitter handle. It's Edison. You see all my signals, and you know my prediction for the coming week. So yeah. Oh shit. Category good trend, harmonic chart part N. Publish. There you go. So yeah, back to the game. Okay, let me just wrap up quickly, guys. All right, US dollar, Japanese yen. So remember, guys, the S&P 500 has been outperforming for the past weeks, or its best performance for almost 9 years. May has been a very, very positive for the US. So for the month today, we're seeing a return of 2.8 that's so far, while the Dow Jones has been quite disappointing, to be honest. So let's look at this pair, USD Japanese yen. What do I see for the coming week? Always, guys, my trading psychology is number one. What's it called? Risk analysis. If you look here from this resistance level and this supporting level, I'm gonna go for a buy. Why? Because the risk management here allows me to do that, because the distance from of the price to this significant line here is quite closer, and the risk of the trade going against me is quite lower, because even if it goes down here and it closes my short position, my stopping loss, I'll lose less, look at this chunk of return up to this red line here is quite huge, and that's what my risk management is all about. Let's look at, if I take, okay, let's look at it. This is gonna be a ratio of 2.0, something like that. So yeah, see, risk reward 3.17. It's even more than that. It's even more than that. It's 3.86. So these guys, this is what I was telling you about. Risk reward, risk management is a key essential for a successful trader. 3.8 minimum, 1.5, that's your risk reward you should look at. So avoid taking trades in the middle of a range like here, because you have 50-50 chances of winning and 50 chances of losing, and when you lose, you're going to lose the whole chunk of it, and you know that's almost 50%. Not, let's say that's 50% of your potential the amount you stake in that pair. So yeah, this guy this pair is a buy for me for the coming week. Okay, let's jump to GBPUSD quickly, guys. I know you're quite busy. I'll just, all right, this one is a short. This one is a short for me. Why? Because I also say price action. I don't care about the indicators RSI at the moment, but what I know is there's gonna be a bit of a correction here, so you're gonna expect like a bounce, like from here, from 1.32 to 1.35, so like pop, then a continuation or a range, like see, like here, because but it's not going to be that strong. Why? Because if you look at the volumes here, there are so much sellers compared to the buyers. Plus you're below this 20 days moving average. This is a clear short for me. I mean, you guys, I don't know what up to you guys, but this is a sell. This is a no-brainer to me. Other stuff like Fibonacci and all that kind of stuff, you could use them to explain irrationality, but guys, be a robot. Do not look for indicators or any technical stuff to base on your decision. So do not look for confirmation biases. All right, just be as a robot. Trade what you see. So that, guys, henceforth, this is my short for the week. But I'll wait. If it breaks, sorry guys, if it breaks that level, this is a clear shot for me. All right, 2 more to go. Euro Japanese yen. All right, there's a lot of sellers here. Okay, as I said earlier, there is a bit of emerging markets carnage at the moment. So certain markets, such as Japanese yen, that they kind of enjoy this because traders are looking for other places for investing. So Japan acts as a secondary emerging market. When I say secondary, it's a kind of market that is already fully developed and is almost close to other top markets such as US market or UK market, but it's one of those markets that enjoys the carnage happening to the other emerging markets such as India or Turkey, as I said earlier. So what do I see here? What I see is a continuation of the downtrend. This is gonna break this level. This is quite a significant line. This is a short for me, guys. I don't know about you guys. This is a short for the coming week. It's something I'm looking at very, very closely. Last but not least is the gold, baby. Is the gold. Why gold? I see as gold has this is one of my best commodity I always trade, because look at how dependable this trade is. 1 2 3 4 5 I didn't trade that one. So I traded like almost 5 times on this pair when it kissed this significant line, and I made quite a lot from that. So the thing about gold is so dependable, and it uses a very simple economics one-on-one. So if the dollar goes bad, it's good for the gold, as gold is a not tax haven. It's like a deposit haven for investors. It's a safe commodity to invest in when the dollar fucks up. So the dollar is quite strong at the moment, but there's one thing that really guys have to be careful. If you look at the dollar index, US dollar currency, it has hit this significant line. Now you have to look for the coming week. If there's a continuation, upward continuation, if it breaks this line, whoa, I'm going to short that US dollar. But if I'm going to short that gold, if there's a correction here, I'm gonna buy gold. And it's critical to look things that way, because if you're just going to use barely technical analysis, say, okay, I'm going to short this because it broke this previous significant line, shows some weaknesses, and the main uptrend line, it went up, more buyers came in, now the sellers are started coming in the market, in the commodity now, and it kind of almost reached this significant line here, and we see a continuation of downward. So for me, I'll go for a short for the coming week as well. Anyways guys, I'm sorry for a very long video today. I'm not in a very very how can I keep it? I'm not in my A game at the moment, so guys, just enjoy. So that's it for the coming week. Please give us the thumbs up, and also press the notification ring, like a ring bell down below there, to be able to get notified on every